We seem to be on more of a roller coaster than a flat train ride. So there seems to be some volatility in these employment numbers. And at least last month, it went up and filled some of the holes that we had had the previous month. I'm Lonnie Golden, professor of economics and labor human resources at Penn State Abington. Well, my first impressions of the latest jobs report is it gets the phew emoji more than the party hooray emoji because of what happened last month. It looked like a lot of the losses in overall employment were restored last month, but it also shows that the revisions of the last few months has uh, moved downward the overall employment level estimates. A few sectors actually did support this job increase. Many remained flat, but some of the industries or sectors that created more jobs were some of these sectors that had been declining in the last year or so, which was construction, which literally filled a hole, and transportation and warehousing, which ticked up in the last month, but had gone in the downward direction for the last year. The continued trends upward are in the healthcare sector and the social assistance sector, which I find kind of interesting as a side note because that means that the jobs are being created in the sectors where consumers are spending more money, and that's regarding their physical and mental health. There has been growth in those sectors that has continued that offset some of the decline from last month. What is not restoring is growth in federal government jobs, and what has been stagnating in the last several months, even last year, are jobs in manufacturing, jobs in retail, and jobs in the professional services. We're not at a point where there are any mass layoffs, but we're having the situation for the last year, year and a half, where job openings are declining and new hirings are declining. So we're in this mode of no hire, no fire, and that seems to be continuing. For the coming months, it's unclear where we're heading because we have this shock to oil prices and energy prices and increases in some other prices. We're not sure yet how consumers respond, and therefore yet how work and jobs will respond in the coming months. But it's probably not going to be very pretty. I think the latest numbers show that there should be a sigh of relief that it's not going to be terrible for current job holders, but it also suggests that people that are trying to enter the labor force, especially young people, first time graduating college, graduating high school, the job market terrain is a little bumpy, and therefore over the next few months, it may not be all that encouraging for people that are looking for work. Having said that, there's a trend called job hugging, so the people that have jobs are probably going to stay in those jobs and not necessarily lose those jobs. But where the horizon is not as favorable for people that are starting to look for work or that are looking to return to the labor force